Today we're going to be looking at my bike packing setup, specifically these Tailfin bags which I've recently purchased / birthday presents from other people, as it was my birthday recently. I'm going to be talking mainly about these bags, how they compare to other bags that I've tried, and why I think this is such a good system even though it has a high price tag. Yo, and welcome back to Dan Escapes. I hope you're all doing very well. Over the weekend, I went on a very short bike packing trip. It is a bike packing trip because I had to carry all my sleeping gear as well. So bivy tent, sleeping bag, sleeping mat, pillow, some clothes and some other items. But I was working on the Saturday, so I had to leave straight after work, get a train from London down to Rye, and then cycle to our campsite, which was in Dungeness. So it was quite nice to ride at night. Set up there, and then we all were going to ride back together, but then things changed and the weather was nice, so a few of us split off and went down the coast and then got the train back, and then a few people rode back into London. So yeah, it was a nice weekend, short but sweet, and yeah, it's kind of wanting me to do a lot more bike packing, especially this system. It made it so easy, and I'm going to get into it right now. Okay, let's talk about the main system from Tailfin, and probably the one that most people invest in, and this is called the AeroPack. So originally Tailfin started as a company back in 2016, and they had a Kickstarter for a carbon frame which you could put pannier bags on there. And over the years they've developed their products and they've become better and better. They've developed new products as well, which I'm going to go into later on. Yeah, this is the main one which most people go, and it's their AeroPack. Well, I've gone for the AeroPack. There's other systems where you can get just the rack mount and then you can take the AeroPack off. So this has the frame mount and seat post mount built onto the bag as well. So it's kind of a lighter system, and to be honest, most times you're not really going to be taking the bag off. You're going to leave it on the bike all the time, and if you did need to, it's really easy because you've got the quick releases here and on the frame mounts as well. I've opted for the aluminium version with pannier mounts. Good thing with this is it's very sturdy, can take a little bit more weight, and also it's got mounting points here as well. So if you do want to carry extra water bottles, you can do that. If you want to put a cage mount on there so you can strap other bags to it. There is an option to get a carbon version, and then you can get a carbon version with pannier mounts or aluminium without the pannier mounts. There's multiple options you can build this spec out in. There's also an option to have different mounting points. Because I have frame mounts on this bike, I've opted for that version. So if you want to load this up more with pannier bags and more in the top, then you're better off going with the axle mount, so through axle or quick release, because that has a load capacity of around 27 kilograms. That capacity goes down if you are doing off-road as well. So bear in mind, if you do like to do gravel or mountain biking, you will need to pack very light on the back end just so you don't break anything on your bike or the axle mounts. But for me, this is such a great system as it's super stable, so it doesn't side from side to side like I have with other previous saddlebags, which just clamp onto the back of your seat and seat post. I know with those, it's very complex. You have to pack it down really tight and then put them onto your bike. Previously, I did it the other way around, where I put it on my bike first, then packed it, and it just fell off and just rubbing against the tire. So lesson learned there. But with this system, you don't have to worry about that. You just put it on the bike, you can load it on and off. You can load all your gear in and out as much as possible, and then you just cinch it down on here, and you're not going to get any tire drop or swaying from side to side. So that's why so many people have gone to it. You've got a fully waterproof bag here, so it's protected from all the elements. You've got a small side pocket here, so if you want to carry stuff that you need to get to really easily. And then you have a pocket on the other side, which just opens up the bag if you need to get something that's deep inside. So anything that you want to get close to, you should pack on that side of the bag. But yeah, other than that, it's so good. I can't wait to do more trips with this. And I did for this trip fully load it. So I put my bivy, I put my sleeping mat, sleeping bag and clothes in there, and it was like piled up here. Still worked really well, and I had my shoes on top. But some of the guys at work had a go at me and said, dude, you need to lighten the load, because if you are riding off-road, all your back end will be there and be unstable, so you should kind of counteract that. And you know, it is true, you need to kind of counteract the weight. So I'll move to the front of the bike and tell you about my other systems up here. So like I was saying, I had everything at the back, and then guy at work, Kai, he helped me out. He also attached the light mount on the back of the frame mount so that it was very secure, so I didn't have to worry about my light falling off. But he also lent me his Tailfin Cages. So if you look here, I've strapped my sleeping mat here because that was quite heavy compared to anything else, and also I did have my sleeping bag originally there. We've used these Velcro straps. But this is a Tailfin cage. It can mount to my forks. You can put these straps around here. It's probably better with like ski straps or like rubber straps because you can really cinch those down and they like super grippy and flexible. But I was only blessed with a Velcro strap, so that's what I went with. Because I got mounts on the fork, it means I can put these on. They feel super solid on there, so it means that anything you can hold. Obviously, you don't want to put too much weight, but there is options on the Tailfin website. So if I remove these straps here, show you, you can either go with these cages. I'm not sure what size this is. They do 3 versions. They do a mini one if you want to strap some small stuff to it. They do a small and then a medium. So I don't know if this is the medium or the small. Looks like the medium. Good thing with this system is Tailfin also do their own bags, which can strap to this, and it comes with all the straps, which work seamlessly all together. Obviously, like I did, I put my own bags on there, so you're not kind of fixed to their bags. You can do whatever you want and put whatever you want on there. If I was to go with their bags, it would probably be a bit more durable than this, because luckily it wasn't raining, but if it did, this isn't fully waterproof. All the water would get in and ruin my sleeping pads. So it means I'll have a wet night's sleep. Same with my tent. It's not a very durable bag. So if I fell off or scraped, it can rip easily. They do an option where they can do a front pannier mount. So similar to the pannier mounts on the back. And it's like a fork specific mount on the front. The only thing is you're tied to their bags. You can't use anything else. Whereas this, you can strap anything to it if you wanted to. You can move these cages to the back end as well. So if you want to strap more bags there, you can do that. So that's the nice thing with these cages. They are kind of universal, but I guess if you've got their fork bags, then you're only going to be using those anyway, and you're going to be taking the tents out of these stuff sacks or sleeping bag and just putting it straight in there, which, to be honest, I think might be a better option because they do bigger versions. They do like a 10-litre one as well, which is quite nice. I guess the downside is if it's 10 litres, you're going to end up carrying more stuff. But yeah, thanks Kai for lending me these. And also it has a nice bottle opener, but I don't know how much I trust that, putting all that load through. But I guess if it's carrying heavy stuff, it should be fine. So down here, I have a downtube storage bag, ideal for carrying like heavier items or stuff that you don't need to get too easily. I carried my camp tools in here, so like my Leatherman, maybe a little extra spanner set. So up here I have a mini tool, but in here I have a few more. Plus I was keeping my power bank, which I don't really need, butt wipes, which are handy, you know, just in case you've got to make sure you have a clean bum after you've been to the toilet. And then also some of my deodorant, toothbrush as well, kept it all in here. So I got it when I got to camp. So it's stuff that I didn't really need straight away. There is a few options you can do here. Because on this bike I have mounts for a bottle cage, I could have bought like a cage mount, which I have similarly on the front end, and then put a bag to attach to there. But I wanted the option that if I went on a bike without these bottle mounts down here, then I could use this on anything. So if I went on a mountain bike and it didn't have points down there, I could strap this to it. And then also if I went on a road bike that doesn't have mounting points, I can use this as well. So this I found super helpful just to keep the bulky items down below and away from everything. Plus, because it's fully waterproof, you're protected from all the mud splatter. So I've got quite a few bits up here from where I went through some muddy puddles. The only thing is it's a bit hard to get to. You have to move your wheel slightly just to get everything out. And you have to get it in the right position, because if it's too far forward, it's going to start rubbing on your wheels, especially if you've got like a suspension set up. But I think on mountain bikes, you've got a bit more clearance there. But yeah, it works well with the bottle cages as well, so it wasn't touching anything. And here I've got the storage door here, so I can keep stuff in the frame, like my flat kit. So things like that could have gone in there can go in here as well. So it's super handy to have, and yeah, it's really useful. So coming on to the final 2 products, and probably ones that I'll use the most, are the frame and top tube bag, just because they're such great pieces of kit, and you can take more stuff on you when you go on other rides. So say my road bike, I could strap these to them and then also put them on a mountain bike as well, like the top tube bag, and just have stuff very easily available. But I'm going to go into the system and why I think it's far better than anything I've tried so far. I have used systems from other brands and they're not that sturdy. These ones have like a carbon rail inside to keep it stiff, and also they're fully waterproof, so you're going to be protected from any downpour. Big points about this is they line up. These straps line up with the mounting points here. I can use one strap just for the frame bag and the top tube bag, which make it work nicely together. On previous systems, you've had the Velcro straps not line up properly, and because they're Velcro, they move around a lot, or fabric based. These are rubberized and they've got rubber mounts where the frame is, so it means they're solid on there. They don't move about. Same here. Easy to open the zip, because previously with other bags, you know, sometimes the zip doesn't open properly and you're yanking on it while trying to ride. Good storage in this. You've got pockets on the sides as well to keep like cards and valuable items. What can I say? It's a great system. You can also get a bigger top tube bag, a smaller one. You can get a longer frame bag as well to fit different frame sizes, and they offer a system where you can take a picture of your bike and they'll suggest what frame bag's better for yours. I went for the wedge pack as I was probably going to be using it a lot on most of my bikes, and I wanted to run a bigger bottle. So as you can see, because of that, I can now have a large bottle here and also a large bottle there. Whereas if I was to go with the full frame bag here, I'd probably only be able to get a smaller bottle in both of these. So it's nice to have that option. But probably if I was doing longer bike packing, like a week or 2 weeks, I'd probably go with the bigger version. Maybe if they do come out with one, a full frame bag. And that's a good thing with Tailfin. They have a really good research and development team and a group of riders, and they're testing the products constantly just to make sure they're fit for purpose when they come out for consumer purchases. So, you know, I've seen stuff like the full length top tube bag. I've seen things like the full frame bag, and they're also working on a handlebar bag as well. So they've got a lot in the pipelines and more coming out. So yeah, that's my bougie bike packing system. It does cost a lot of money, and that's going to put a lot of people off, but you are getting what you pay for. It is a very robust and well-built system. Super happy with these products, especially. I'm happy to put them on my road bike. I know previously when I put other bags on there, they have rubbed the frame because I didn't put any frame protection. I've left marks. You know, something like my mountain bike, again, I put a top tube bag on that and it's left scuff marks. So with this system, because it doesn't move around, it should not leave any marks. You know, I will test that in later videos and hopefully it doesn't leave anything, but I'm pretty positive it won't, just because it feels so sturdy there and in place. That system at the back, the AeroPack, if you're going to buy anything for bike packing, that is a really good one to go for. I know these other bags are extra and you can get them from other brands, but that is such a good system, and you know, just not swaying from side to side, super sturdy, and you can fit quite a lot in there as well. I think it's well worth it, especially with the through axle mounts or the quick release mounts. So it means it can fit on a wide variety of bikes. I want to see how it works on a full sus mountain bike yet. I haven't seen many people, but I will be getting the through axle mount for that and the extender for the seat clamp. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of Tailfin. What do you think of my setup? I probably took way too much for a one-nighter. Also, I was trying this bivy bag from Aerop kit. I'm not sure it's the best. I have seen tents which are far more expensive, but packed down lighter and weigh about the same amount as this. So for a nicer sleep, I'm probably looking at that system and might have to invest in a tent. And also, give me pillow recommendations, because I bought the Aerop kit pillow, saw some good reviews on that. I thought I'll give it a try, and it was horrible. I found it super hard. I couldn't get to sleep with it. So let me know of pillow recommendations for bike packing down in the comments below. That's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it helps a lot and I appreciate it so much. Hope you're all staying safe, staying positive and fun, and I shall see you in the next one.